13. Initial indicators of renal failure. The majority of people disregard. Daily vertical bar, signs of kidney failure. Do you feel particularly fatigued despite getting enough sleep? Do you wake up with puffy eyes or do your shoes suddenly tighten due to minor swelling? Have you been urinating more frequently at night, with a lot of foam or in an unusual color? If so, they could be urgent signals from your kidneys, which are silent life filters that function constantly for you. Chronic renal disease affects approximately 10 to 14% of adults. Worryingly, almost 9 out of 10 persons in the early stages are unaware of their condition. When the kidneys begin to deteriorate, waste accumulates in the blood. Blood pressure becomes difficult to manage, and the risk of cardiovascular events can be twice as great as in healthy individuals. That is why modest signals are never a minor issue. Your kidneys filter the blood, balance fluids and minerals, regulate blood pressure, and aid in the production of red blood cells. When the kidneys weaken, the body still tries to function. As a result, the symptoms are frequently modest and easily misinterpreted as signs of aging or stress. Today, I'll show you 8 early warning indicators, which are modest but significant, so you can take action before things get bad. Do not worry too much. The purpose of this movie is not to scare you, but to give you a clear map of what to look for, how to behave, and when to consult a doctor. Your kidneys will breathe easier with a proper understanding and mild daily habit modifications such as drinking adequate water, reducing salt intake, and monitoring your blood pressure. But before we begin, I'd like to learn something from you. Where are you watching this video, and what time is it now? Please share in the comments. I read each message, and it makes me feel closer to you. If you found this helpful, please subscribe and turn on the bell symbol. That way, you'll never miss another health advice designed specifically for seniors like you. But I must state unequivocally that disregarding these indications can be costly. Every year, progressive kidney failure discreetly leads hundreds of thousands of individuals to the hospital. And if kidney function has declined significantly, therapeutic options become limited. Many folks wish they'd known sooner. Right now, in the next 90 seconds, I'll show you how to distinguish between kidney-related weariness and tiredness caused by a lack of sleep, why swollen eyelids and ankle edema are serious issues, and why urine is a liquid report on kidney health that requires our attention. Watch until the finish, since each sign includes a specific action step that you can take right now. Have a pen and paper available. Health does not wait. Let we begin. Sign 1. Chronic weariness and weakness. You get adequate sleep but wake up feeling tired. Even simple things become difficult, and you need a third cup of coffee just to stay aware. Don't rush to blame everything on age. When your kidneys fail, waste accumulates in the blood, like toxic smoke enveloping every cell, making your muscles sluggish and your mind muddled. More severely damaged kidneys generate less of the hormone that encourages the bone marrow to manufacture red blood cells. You get anemia and feel exhausted day after day. This is normal weariness. It's an urgent signal from your body that you must heed. I say this with perfect honesty. Don't tell yourself that a little slumber will help. No, if you have a kidney disease, rest will just conceal the symptoms. Consider whether you've ever felt short of breath after only a few steps up the stairs. Do I frequently have dizziness when I stand up? Have I lost weight, eaten poorly, and still feel exhausted? If so, you must act now. What you should do now is take your blood pressure every morning and evening for 3 days. Request that your doctor perform a complete blood count, including hemoglobin, renal function, creatinine, eGFR, and a urine test for proteinuria. Drink water in accordance with your own recommendations while waiting for your consultation. If your doctor has recommended you to limit your intake, do not take too little or too much. Prioritize light, low-salt meals with plenty of high-quality protein salmon eggs, and walk slowly for 15 to 20 minutes to boost circulation. Avoid self-medicating with NSAID pain relievers, as they might impair renal function. If weariness is accompanied by chest pain, shortness of breath, or fainting, visit the emergency room right away. Here's what I'd like you to notice next. If, in addition to fatigue, your shoes suddenly feel tighter and your socks leave deep marks on your ankles, your body may be passively holding fluid due to renal overload. We'll discuss about the sign right after this. Sign 2, ankle and foot edema. Your shoes suddenly feel tight, your socks create deep grooves, and pressing your ankle for 3 seconds causes it to dent and gently spring back. This isn't just about becoming older and retaining some water. Your kidneys aren't filtering well. Therefore, fluid is accumulating up. What's dangerous is that kidney-related edema does not go away overnight. It can extend from the shins to the wrists and even the eyelids. Don't become complacent. Consider this. Have I gained 0.51 kilograms in just 1 or 2 days? Are my legs bloated more in the evenings than in the mornings? Is it harder to remove my ring? If so, consider that your kidneys are screaming, "Reduce my load now." What should I do today? Cut processed meals, fish sauce into pickled items, and instant noodles. Limit salt intake to 1 teaspoon per day, unless your doctor advises different. Take your weight every morning. Elevate your legs for 15-20 minutes after walking. Do not use non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs to treat yourself. Schedule tests for creatinine, eGFR, and urine protein as soon as feasible. If you have shortness of breath, chest pain, or face swelling, go to the emergency room right away. Along with swelling, you may notice chronic frothy urine, frequent nighttime urination, or an unusual color, which is the kidney's next report. Let's get to number 3 right now. Sign 3. Urine speaks, persistent foam, midnight urination, and color changes. Before flushing the toilet, give it a thorough inspection. Your kidneys send you a report every day. Protein may be leaking through the kidneys if the urine has a thick, persistent froth that does not come from cleaning products. If you wake up to urinate twice or more each night and your sleep is disrupted, your capacity to concentrate urine may suffer. If your pee is unusually dark, pinkish red, or cola brown, it could include microscopic blood. Do not console yourself with, "I just didn't drink enough water." When the kidneys weaken, the filter valves gradually fail, and these symptoms appear over a period of days rather than just once. Ask yourself if you see substantial froth in the morning. Do I have to get up twice or 3 times a night? Is there any burning, stinging, or urgency? If so, do not wait. Do this immediately for 3 days. Keep track of urine color, froth, and frequency, particularly at night. Bring a list of all medications you're currently taking, including diuretics, NSAIDs, pain relievers, and vitamins, to your doctor. Request a urinalysis for ACR albumin, divided by creatinine ratio, creatinine, and eGFR. In the meanwhile, limit your salt intake, avoid alcohol, and do not retain your pee. All of these factors contribute to less urinary tract discomfort and a less load on the kidney. Another indicator that many people misdiagnose as heart or lung disease is unusual shortness of breath during light activity. Could the kidneys be causing the fluid overload? We'll go directly to the next sign. Don't look away because this is one of the most easily missed signs. Sign 4. Unexpected shortness of breath. Even with a light exercise, you ascend a familiar single flight of stairs, and your chest feels burdened down as if someone has placed a stone on it. Just tying your shoelaces requires a stop to gather your breath. Don't write it off to old age. When the kidneys fail, 2 blows hit directly on your breathing, one of which is anemia, because the kidneys produce less of the hormone that encourages bone marrow. As a result of poor filtration, your blood contains less oxygen and has increased fluid retention in the lungs. So air enters, but oxygen does not enter the bloodstream efficiently. As a result, even light tasks cause you to gasp. Do a brief self-check by marching in place for 1 minute before attempting to pronounce the entire statement. I feel fine and am breathing normally without interruption. If you are short of breath, this is a red flag. Does lying down at night aggravate my breathlessness? Do you need more pillows? And is it accompanied by ankle edema or a 0.51 kilogram weight gain in 1 or 2 days? Please treat this as urgent. What should I do today? Check your blood pressure. Keep track of your weight every morning. Reduce salt to a maximum of 1 teaspoon each day. Cut canned items first, then quick noodles, and last cured meats. Schedule an early appointment to examine creatinine, eGFR, a chest x-ray, and anemia testing. Avoid self-medication with non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. Proceed to the emergency department immediately. If you suffer shortness of breath at rest, chest pain, bluish lips, or fast worsening edema, as well as nausea, low appetite, and a metallic taste in your mouth, toxins may be building up in your blood due to poor renal filtration. The following indication will reveal this uncomfortable secret. Do not miss it. Sign 5. Nausea, vomiting, and a loss of appetite for no apparent reason. A bitter sensation in your tongue. The scent of rice already causes you to gag after a few spoonfuls, and your stomach turns. That is not simply a weak stomach. When the kidneys fail to filter properly, urea and acids accumulate in the blood, causing uremia, which irritates the stomach lining and causes nausea, vomiting, aversion to oily meals, and feeling full after only a few bites. Your body is being poisoned from within, resulting in weight loss, muscle weakness, and anemia, a vicious cycle that exacerbates kidney disease. The problem is that the nausea persists for several days, is unrelated to any particular dish, and is accompanied by ammonia-like bad breath. A metallic taste, constipation, or diarrhea indicate that your kidneys are overwhelmed. What should I do today? Keep a 3-day record of sickness, foods consumed, number of vomiting episodes, and weight. Drink water in little amounts, 100 and 150 milliliters at a time. Avoid chugging. Consume soft, low-salt foods. Prioritize thin oatmeal, vegetable soups, and protein sources that are easier to digest, such as eggs or chicken breast. Avoid both NSAIDs and alcohol. Schedule creatinine, eGFR, electrolyte, and urinalysis tests. If you are vomiting nonstop and unable to keep fluids down, go to the emergency hospital immediately. If you vomit blood mixed with black material, feel faint, or urinate very little or stop urinating, consider why you are suddenly turned off by even your favorite foods. Why does the fragrance in the kitchen make me woozy? If the answer surprises you, don't hesitate. Reduce the strain on your kidneys today. And if, in addition to the nausea, you notice a metallic taste in food that appears as bland as paper, your kidneys are sending you another signal. Let us proceed to sign 6. Sign 6. Persistent itching from beneath the skin. You continue scratching without alleviation. It worsens at night. Your back arms and scalp itch, but there is no evident rash. This is most likely not a simple allergy. When the kidneys do not filter properly, phosphorus and uremic toxins accumulate in the blood, activating nerve endings beneath the skin and creating a deep itch that feels like it is in the lower layer of the skin. Creams provide temporary relief. Many people over the age of 60 suffer from this for weeks or months, along with scratch marks, sleeplessness, and irritability, unaware that their kidneys are in need of assistance. Self-check if the itch has been present for more than 2 weeks, is worse at night, and is accompanied by leg swelling, exhaustion, frothy urine, or ammonia-smelling breath. That is a warning sign that your body is retaining pollutants. Do not disregard it. Do it today. Reduce your phosphorus intake. Avoid processed cheese, cold cuts, canned meals, and dark cola sodas. Avoid additions that contain phosphate divided by phosphoric, or the codes E338, E343. After bathing, moisturize with a fragrance-free lotion. Take quick warm showers of 5 to 7 minutes. Consider using colloidal oatmeal to calm the skin. Drink fluids according to your doctor's advice. If you have swelling combined with high blood pressure, do not begin drinking excessively on your own. Schedule testing for creatinine, eGFR, calcium, phosphorus, PTH, and urinalysis. Self-medication with NSAID pain relievers is not recommended because they can impair renal function. Seek medical attention right once if itching causes insomnia, bleeding from scratching, weight loss, or a poor appetite. This type of irritation is a systemic warning, not a skin issue to ignore. And if it comes with a metallic taste in your mouth and food that tastes like paper, be prepared. The following sign will explain why your sense of taste has changed so dramatically. Sign 7 is a metallic taste in the mouth and breath smelling like ammonia. Every dish now tastes as bland as paper. There's a metallic aftertaste in your mouth, and your breath smells faintly of urine or ammonia. Don't take this lightly. When the kidneys filter poorly, urea and other toxins collect and enter the saliva, impairing taste, causing loss of appetite, dry mouth, and even mouth ulcers. You gradually consume less, lose weight, and weaken your muscles, resulting in a vicious cycle that accelerates kidney disease. The first steps are to record the beginning and intensity, brush your teeth, and clean your tongue after meals. Sip warm water in little amounts as directed by your doctor. If you have edema or high blood pressure, steer clear of strong-smelling foods and fried dishes, and instead go for oatmeal soups and easily digestible proteins. Schedule testing for creatinine, eGFR, urea electrolytes, and urinalysis. If you experience persistent vomiting, rapid weight loss, or very little pee, get medical attention right once. Consider why your favorite dish suddenly tastes bland and why your breath has had an unusual odor for several days. If the response scares you, it's time to ease the strain on your kidneys. And if this is accompanied by puffy eyes in the morning, take close attention since we are about to sign 8. Sign 8, swollen puffy eyes in the morning. You wake up, look in the mirror, and notice puffy eyelids and narrowed eyes. A light push leaves an indentation for a few seconds. Do not rush to attribute it to staying up late. When the kidneys leak protein, particularly albumin, the pressure that holds water in the bloodstream decreases. Fluid transfers into soft tissues, and the area around the eyes is the most visible. If this is accompanied with numerous foamy urine sock marks on the feet and a sudden weight gain of 1 to 2 kg in just a few days, it indicates kidney-related fluid retention rather than minor edema. Act now by reducing salt intake severely to around 1,500 milligrams per day, avoiding salty dipping sauces, canned meals, and cold cuts. Sleep with 1 extra pillow to elevate your head and reduce fluid gathering behind your eyes. After awakening, do a short 10 to 15-minute stroll to help pump fluid back into circulation. Bring a swelling log with you to your appointment that details morning puffiness, level body weight, and the amount of water and salt you used. Schedule tests, such as a urinalysis, to check for protein urea, a protein to creatinine ratio, blood albumin, eGFR, and electrolytes. If your doctor hasn't ordered diuretics, don't start taking them yourself. Seek emergency care if your eyelid swelling is accompanied by shortness of breath, chest pain, generalized swelling, or very little urination, as these are all serious conditions that require rapid attention. Ask yourself why your eyes enlarge every morning, despite getting enough sleep. If the answer indicates fluid retention and protein leakage, do not wait. The following indicator will show that persistently high blood pressure, even when taking medication, can be an alarm from the kidneys. If you've come this far, don't stop with knowing for the sake of knowing. Ignoring this video today may result in missing a good opportunity to save your own kidneys. Chronic kidney disease is a quiet enemy, and the longer it goes undetected, the higher the cost. Check yourself right now for chronic exhaustion, puffy eyelids, frothy urine, shortness of breath, a metallic taste in your mouth, or stubborn high blood pressure. If any of the symptoms persist, consult a doctor right once. Take concrete action today. I feel that making one simple modification on a regular basis can help to avoid an unneeded hospital stay. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe so you don't miss the next crucial tip, and share it with loved ones over 50, because a timely reminder can save a kidney. Are you suffering one or more of the symptoms listed? Comment number 1 to let us know you need help, and include your location and age so that the community can help each other more readily. Remember, these kidneys do not shout, but they do send signals. You've heard them. Now is the moment to respond. I wish you peace, stable blood pressure, restful sleep, and kidney function that improves week after week. See you in the future video. If you keep doing these 10 activities on a daily basis, your kidneys will not heal. Have you noticed how kidney diseases are becoming a more common topic in health headlines lately? The stats are alarming. Over 37 million Americans suffer from chronic kidney disease, many of whom are unaware of their condition. You may be asking what is behind the increase in kidney-related ailments such as renal failure and glomerulonephritis. And the most uncomfortable aspect? You may be experiencing some of the warning signals yourself, such as weariness, edema, or elevated creatinine levels, but are unsure where they are coming from or how to deal with them. And if you want to understand what's going on inside your body and avoid becoming another statistic, you should watch this video. It is not only about treatment, it's all about prevention, taking action right now to safeguard your kidneys and your life. So let's get started and discover the first deadly mistake that could be playing havoc on your kidneys without you ever realizing it. One is eating too much processed meals. Consuming processed meals is more than just an unhealthy habit. It's a kidney disaster waiting to happen. These foods high in sodium, phosphate, and hazardous additives produce a poisonous environment in your body. Consider how your kidneys, the vital organs responsible for waste removal, are constantly attacked with toxic substances. One of the biggest culprits is sodium, which causes the body to retain water, raising blood pressure and overloading the kidneys. According to the American Society of Nephrology, regular consumption of processed foods increases the risk of a chronic kidney disease by up to 40%. The devastation does not stop there. Processed foods can considerably increase creatinine levels, a key measure of renal health. Creatinine, a waste product, accumulates in the circulation when the kidneys are unable to filter properly. Higher levels frequently signal that the kidneys are failing and are degrading over time. A lesser-known technique for individuals who can't completely avoid processed foods: thoroughly rinse canned veggies and legumes to remove unnecessary salt. Another life-saving method is to substitute high-sodium snacks with alternatives like fresh fruit or vegetables, which help the kidneys work properly. And, while you may believe you are in control by avoiding processed meals, have you considered how fizzy drinks affect your kidneys? 2. Drinking sugary sodas and fizzy drinks. Sugary sodas and carbonated drinks may appear harmless, but they are significantly more hazardous than you realize. These beverages, which contain high fructose corn syrup, artificial sweeteners, and phosphoric acid, are toxic to your kidneys. Consider putting caustic liquid over a delicate filter. That is what these beverages do to your kidneys. According to Harvard Medical School, having 2 or more sugary drinks every day increases your risk of developing renal disease by 30%. But here's the stunner. Dark sodas include phosphoric acid, which is harmful to more than just the kidneys. It speeds up the loss of calcium from your bones, overloading the kidneys with calcium and causing kidney stones to form. These stones not only cause terrible pain, but they also raise creatinine levels by clogging the urine tract, potentially leading to a series of renal problems. Instead of reaching for the soda, consider sparkling water with natural flavors like lemon or cucumber. These options provide the fizz without the negative impact on your kidneys. And if you think drinking nutritious beverages is sufficient, think again. Are you drinking enough to keep your kidneys functioning properly? 3. Not drinking enough water. Dehydration is a silent assassin for the kidneys, and most individuals are unaware of it. Your kidneys rely on water to function. It aids in the removal of toxins and waste from the bloodstream. When you don't drink enough water, you're effectively forcing your kidneys to filter sludge rather than liquids. Chronic dehydration produces concentrated urine, which not only stresses the kidneys, but also encourages the production of kidney stones, raising creatinine levels. A National Renal Foundation study discovered that even modest dehydration could increase the risk of acute renal injury by up to 20%, particularly in older persons. Here's something just a few people know. Adding a pinch of baking soda to your water will help neutralize acidity in the body, reducing stress on your kidneys. However, remember to drink tiny, steady amounts of water throughout the day. The goal is not to drown your kidneys in one go, but to provide them with a continuous flow so they can perform properly. You may stay hydrated, but have you considered the amount of protein on your plate? 4. Consuming too much animal protein. High-protein diets are popular for weight loss, but they are quietly harming your kidneys. When you eat meat, your kidneys work harder to clear the byproducts of protein metabolism, mainly urea and creatinine. A startling study from the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases finds that those who consume a lot of animal protein have a 20% higher risk of getting chronic kidney disease. This is because acid leftovers from animal proteins induce the kidneys to work overtime, increasing the likelihood of painful kidney stones, and hence raising creatinine levels. One tip is to balance your protein intake with plant-based proteins such as lentils, beans, and quinoa, which are easier on the kidneys. Even a small reduction in animal protein can drastically reduce acid load and enhance renal function. But before you feel too relaxed, think about the hidden risks in your medicine closet. Are those over-the-counter pain relievers helpful or harmful? 5. Overusing pain relievers. Painkillers such as ibuprofen, naproxen, and other NSAIDs are lifesavers for pain relief. But they are a nightmare for your kidneys if used in excess. These medications restrict blood flow to the kidneys, reducing their ability to filter waste efficiently. According to a Mayo Clinic analysis, long-term use of NSAIDs doubles the chance of developing chronic renal disease. What's more alarming is that regular use of these medications can result in a quick rise in creatinine levels, indicating a significant decrease in renal function. Over time, this can result in irreparable damage or even renal failure. Consider natural therapies such as turmeric or ginger, which have anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving effects. These can provide relief without the adverse effects associated with NSAIDs. If you need medication, ask your doctor about kidney-friendly options. But before you grab for anything sweet to supplement your pain management regimen, have you ever considered how even a minor indulgence can silently harm your kidneys? 6. Consuming too much sugar. Most people associate sugar with weight gain or diabetes, but its impact on your kidneys is just as concerning, if not more so. High sugar consumption promotes insulin resistance, resulting in high blood sugar levels, putting huge strain on the kidneys. According to a study conducted by the American Renal Fund, excessive sugar consumption can cause renal dysfunction and a 50% increase in the probability of forming kidney stones, which, as you know, can significantly raise creatinine levels. Excess sugar does not simply enter our diets through visible sweets. It's also buried in sauces, cereals, and even bread, progressively harming your kidneys without your knowledge. To combat this, use natural sweeteners such as stevia or monk fruit, which do not have the same negative effects on kidney function. Another technique is to always look for hidden sugars on product labels under names like high fructose corn syrup or agave nectar. However, reducing sugar consumption is not the sole challenge. The salt you put on your diet may be a silent destroyer of renal function. 7th, use too much salt. Salt is commonly referred to be the silent killer, and for good cause. High salt intake causes water retention, which increases blood pressure, a major risk factor for kidney injury. Consider filling a balloon with water beyond its capacity. That is what occurs to your blood vessels in high sodium environments, and the kidneys which assist regulate blood pressure, are stuck in the middle. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, limiting daily sodium intake by just 1,000 nanometers can considerably lower the risk of heart and renal disease. But this is the most stunning revelation. Salt does more than only raise blood pressure. It also directly burns the microscopic blood vessels in the kidneys, increasing creatinine levels and hastening kidney failure. To lessen sodium's impact on your kidneys, season your meals with herbs like garlic, basil, or lemon zest. These natural tastes can minimize your salt intake while also promoting healthy renal function. While regulating your diet is important, what about the impact that a lack of sleep has on your kidneys? 8. Chronic sleep deprivation. Sleep is not a luxury. It is a need for your kidneys. When you repeatedly deprive yourself of sleep, you're not only sleepy the next day, you're also preparing your kidneys for long-term harm. Sleep is when your body enters repair mode, especially the kidneys, which work to remove toxins from the bloodstream. According to a National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute study, adults who sleep less than 6 hours each night on a regular basis are 19% more likely to develop chronic kidney disease. Lack of sleep disturbs the body's circadian rhythm, which impacts kidney function, resulting in increased protein in the urine, indicating that your kidneys are stressed. This stress eventually leads the kidneys to degenerate, resulting in high creatinine levels. If you understand the necessity of sticking to a consistent sleep schedule, especially on weekends, going to bed and waking up at the same time every day can help regulate your body's internal clock and improve kidney function. Additionally, limiting large meals or caffeine near bedtime can improve sleep quality. However, while sleep is important, the things you consume can have a significant impact on your kidneys. Have you considered the potential consequences of excessive alcohol and coffee consumption? 9 drinks too much alcohol and coffee. Alcohol and coffee may be your go-to for unwinding or starting the day, but they are far from innocent pleasures in terms of renal health. Excessive alcohol use is especially harmful because it dehydrates the body, causing decreased renal function and higher creatinine levels. The kidneys require a delicate mix of fluids to adequately filter waste, and alcohol disrupts this balance, forcing the kidneys to work harder and potentially contributing to kidney disease. The American Kidney Fund discovered that heavy drinkers are twice as likely to acquire chronic kidney disease as moderate drinkers. Caffeine functions as both a stimulant and a diuretic, which can strain the kidneys by increasing urine production, resulting in dehydration if not balanced with proper water consumption. This can result in a buildup of waste products such as creatinine. Furthermore, caffeine raises blood pressure, which can harm the kidneys over time. For individuals who struggle to cut back, moderation is crucial. Limiting alcohol to 1 drink per day and caffeine to no more than 2 cups per day can help keep kidneys healthy without putting undue strain on them. Consider herbal teas or decaffeinated coffee as less dangerous alternatives, but don't think that cutting back on these beverages is enough. Another silent kidney killer lurks in your system, and you may not even be aware of it until it's too late. 10. Failure to manage blood pressure. Uncontrolled high blood pressure is one of the most serious risks to your kidneys. It's commonly referred to as the silent killer, since it can go undetected for years while causing havoc on your body, particularly your kidneys. High blood pressure affects the blood arteries in the kidneys, impairing their ability to filter waste adequately. Over time, this damage causes scarring, impairing kidney function, and raising creatinine levels. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, nearly 1/5 of adults with high blood pressure are unaware of their condition, putting them at a higher risk for chronic kidney disease. Instead of focusing on potassium-rich foods to lower blood pressure, which can be dangerous for people who have kidney problems, try adding low-sodium herbs and spices to your meals, such as garlic powder, basil, and oregano. These can improve flavor without adding sodium, which elevates blood pressure. Another often ignored strategy is to use relaxation techniques, such as deep breathing or progressive muscle relaxation, to assist control stress, which is a major factor to high blood pressure. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your sponsorship enables us to provide more valuable information to you and the community. If you're having trouble protecting your health or have any useful tips to provide, please leave a comment below. We're here for you every step of the way. In conclusion, disregarding these unhealthy practices can have major effects for your kidneys. Each day you continue down this path, you risk causing additional damage and potentially irreversible health difficulties. It is critical to be aware of these habits and implement the required changes to protect your health. While we wait for our next video, check out the one I've linked to on the screen. It contains further important health-related suggestions. If this video impacted your heart in any way, please let me know by liking it, sharing it with someone you care about, or leaving a comment. And if you want to continue walking this path with me, studying health, healing, and deeper living in your elderly years, be sure to subscribe and touch the bell button. Every week, I'll be right here with you, telling everyone that we're still alive. Stay tuned for additional strategies to empower yourself and lead a healthier lifestyle.